Today we're having a good old yarn with Dean, a QHS member whose journey is as rugged and awe-inspiring as the red dirt tracks of the outback. So how did he carve his path to success in this wide brown land? Let's roll up our sleeves, take a peek behind the curtain, and unearth the grit behind the scenes.
My name is Dean, and this is my prequel for QHS. So I guess I'll start from the beginning. I was born in a small town in Canada, in the prairies, so not too much to do. But I guess one of the benefits of that is if you're in a small town, there's less issues with some of the things that happen in a bigger city. I guess one of the caveats to that is you don't really have too much privacy. And pretty much mostly everyone knows what you're doing and what is being done. So there's that, but I just have to say overall, probably really benefited my life quite a bit. I come from a lower class income family, so we didn't really have too much, but I guess one of the benefits of that is you had family. You had some love around the house. You had everything that you needed, food, shelter, all those kind of things. You didn't have some of the luxuries, but I think due to that, it really helped my upbringing and just who I am today. There was some struggles, but everything turned out good in the end. I had 2 siblings with my family, so mother, father, and 2 siblings and me. We also had some cats as well. I had quite a bit of cats. I always liked having them around. They were always really nice. And we still have cats right now, but it's a smaller apartment, so there isn't too much room, but enough for our current situation. One thing about our family is we were pretty much the black sheep of the town. So due to our mannerisms, just our upbringing, our general family, just our history, we're pretty much ostracized throughout school as well as in the town. So got bullied a lot when I was a kid. But when I grew older, sort of grew a shell to prevent some of that bullying from affecting me. And I feel later in life it might be possible some of the kids realized that the rumors that were being put around weren't exactly completely true. So the bullying was a lot less when I got into high school, which was really nice. In our family, there was a lot of verbal conflict, so I did like to stay sort of sequestered into my room. I didn't really talk with that many people, or really go out into too many activities. I just like to stay by myself, sort of thing. I guess that probably caused some of my issues with just some of my social skills being a little bit less developed later in life, but it's all right now. I guess with one thing my parents did make sure that I had was just a hobby to keep me just engaged with something. And one thing I really appreciated was video games. I really liked story-based games. One where you could get into a story, sort of understand the characters, everything around it, and sort of just have an outlet to escape a little bit, which was really nice. With being a black sheep and bullied in school, it really helped with later in life with the current scenario that was happening 4 years ago. It still stung a little bit, but luckily having experienced that as a kid didn't hurt as much when I was an adult, which, there's some benefits to certain things that happen in your life that you don't really appreciate until you're at a certain point where you can analyze everything and sort of realize where your life has sort of brought you from certain experiences, and really helps with everything. My father divorced from my mother late in high school. That really helped my grades quite a bit. My overall, I think, demeanor was quite a bit better when that happened. My grades improved. I was a lot more happy, a lot more stable. Even though I had to help around with the house, I think it really helped with just helping with my maturity, just in terms of doing the chores around the house, that kind of thing. So I wasn't, so I had some skills to help when I moved out, which was really nice. Due to my childhood situation, I definitely do think I had a lot of repressed anger, probably from the bullying, as well as a little bit just from the family history, just in terms of, what's it called? Just from the fighting a little bit, and as well as my mother separating from my father, which may have also caused some anger there in terms of why are mom and dad separating, that kind of thing. Even though I was a teenager, I understood the situation. There's just sometimes the subconscious does some weird things, right? And due to that, my sister helped introduce me into Reiki, which really helped my mood quite a bit in terms of just getting treatments, just balancing my energy. Definitely really helped me realize a lot of things that I had built up. I don't have them all completely gotten rid of, but I've helped get rid of a lot of the surface tension that really affected me later in life. I definitely had a lot of anger, which has calmed down quite a bit, which is really nice, actually. I do have Reiki practice myself. I can't feel the energy too much, but I do know that as part of my nighttime routine, if I do it on myself, it really helps balance me out, which is quite good. Helps me get to sleep and just helps with my general energy. So one of the main reasons I joined QHS was to just try and help my body. There's someone that we follow that introduced us into this. We've tried a couple of different modalities for trying to help healing. It didn't really seem to help too much. I know with me, I'm very resistant to certain things, like melatonin. It doesn't really affect me too much. It maybe makes me a little bit drowsy, but I remember when I was a kid, we were driving to get some dental work done on me, and since when you're a kid, you don't like the dentist, right? So my mother got me to put a pill underneath my tongue, and I didn't realize it was melatonin at the time. And it's supposed to probably just, conk me out or just make me super drowsy. So when I'm at the dentist, I can get the surgery done without any complications, but it didn't actually cause me to get drowsy. So yeah, some medicines don't have the same effect on me as normal. I definitely do feel I'm got something with my genetics that just makes it not affect me as much. I guess that's just a background on that, but I guess for the health situation I was looking into was, I guess there's two major things I'm looking to have QHS help with. I do have some lower back stability problems. I've had to go to a chiropractor ever since mid-high school. Luckily back then, chiropractors didn't cost as much because in our country it was subsidized by the government, so it was pretty decent. So I'm born with minor spina bifida. So if anyone doesn't know about that, your spine's made of a bunch of vertebrae, right? But with each of the vertebrae, they have a little nub on the side of it. So you have like the main vertebrae, and then on each of the sides of the vertebrae, you have a little thing that pokes out just to, I think, provide some stability. One of my vertebrae in my lower back was born without it. So I've got a little bit of a hole in my back from where that is. It hasn't caused me too many issues throughout my life. Like I don't have any problem with like walking, doing any kind of physical activity, that kind of thing. But when I was a kid back at camp, I did one of the games where you break the egg. So one of the kids is on a trampoline and sort of just like got your limbs pulled up into your body, and then a bunch of the other kids jump on the trampoline to try and make you break the egg. When that happened, and when I was in the air, I don't know why, for some reason I arched my back and it caused me to have some issues. So I've had to go to the chiropractor basically since I was a teenager. And as well, later on in life, when I went into my post-secondary education, I started to get some pain in my my inner thigh near my groin, as well as on my heel and bottom of my foot. Long story short, after a long path of trying to figure out what the problem was, not the solution, but trying to figure out what the problem was, I got a pinched nerve. So depending on where my spine gets and normally as you're just sitting down or just depending on your posture, you might move your spine, or if you're sleeping, you might your spine might move around in certain locations. So when my spine's out of place, sometimes a nerve gets pinched and it causes me some discomfort. So I'm looking to try and help with that. I don't know if it's genetic or anything like that, but I'm hoping that QHS can help with some of that stability. And I don't know if the QArc can do this, but it would be really nice to see if it could actually repair the minor spina bifida. One of the other things I have is gum recession. So due to bad upkeep as a kid and in general, I have some gingivitis as well as some gum recession. I've been able to stabilize that, so the recession isn't affecting me too much, but it's still there and you can't reverse gums currently with the current technology that we have. So I'm hoping the QHS can help with that. So I guess the main hope is just helping to just cure this vessel, be part of a technology and system that can help advance humanity in terms of healing modalities, and just see where everything goes. Because it's been a journey, but as with everyone, we all just want happy endings, right? So there's my prequel. Thank you.
Join us on the Prequel, where every story matters and every voice is heard. Because here at QHS, we're all about healing, learning, and growing together.